3 things that we can do for our well-being.
Okay. Well, this is not prescriptive, but the place that we spend the majority of our time is in our workplace and in our home. Especially with our home, we get to do what we want with it. So we get to change the bulbs. We get to turn off the Wi-Fi when we're sleeping. Things where we have control and they're not difficult things, not expensive things, that's where we need to start. So it's like I said, I have an interest in light and electromagnetism, and they're very, very important. So making sure that you're not exposing yourself to fluorescent light, full stop, to be honest with you, and LED lights. But certainly you've got to make sure that your light diet after sunset is really important, because that's going to dictate your sleep, and your sleep dictates your moods, right? So REM, rapid eye movement, for example, is emotional first aid. You don't get enough REM and your mood will go out. That's in the studies. So your light and electromagnetic diet that you can control in your home is going to be super important. The amount of leaky electricity that's in most homes is incredible. So that's one. Two, I cannot emphasize the benefits of full spectrum sunlight to mood, to body, to vitamin D, to your immune health, to cellular signaling. When you are out in a wide open space and exposing your skin to sun, and of course there are going to be people asking about, skin cancers and this and the other. Skin science and sunlight exposure is a monster topic. The main things to know about that is that it's not so simple that sun causes cancer, because it doesn't. And UV studies are they're not controlled for light. So you actually irradiate a mouse's skin just with UVB, you're going to get DNA damage and you're going to get cancer. But when would you ever have UVB on its own? You wouldn't. I'm not getting into the weeds here. But anyway, there's a lot more to be said about skin cancer than just don't be in the sun. It's ridiculous. We evolved with the sun. So full spectrum sun exposure is super important, safely, of course, because the signaling that happens at a quantum level in the mitochondria is undeniable. There are protein complexes in the mitochondria that eventually lead to ATP output, right? And ATP being energy, and because every cell needs energy to create proteins and to clean out the mess and to, do the functions of the organs that it's in. All the protein complexes are photoacceptors, they're light receptors. And that's why photobiomodulation, right? Red light therapy is so vogue now, because because the science says, hey, it's super important. So full spectrum sunlight is really helpful for behavior, for mood, for your immune system, as we said, but also for anchoring you with a circadian rhythm and then allowing better sleep. Better sleep equals better immune system, better moods. Okay. And then the third thing is, of course, I'd love to talk about psychosocial and people, but actually it's not giving up your power. We have so much power with our behaviors, with our thoughts, with modulating our emotions, with the words that we say. The power and the vibration and frequency of all these things is incredible. And the more we take back our power, the more we realize how much control and agency we actually do have, the less we give up our power to script writing doctors, the better. Because you know your body best, you know your circumstances best, you know what you're willing to do and not willing to do. And so you actually have the full pharmacy, as we said, you have the full pharmacy in your mind, brain, and body. You have the cheerleading team or not inside you. And if you are not ready for change, if you are not ready to step out of your shell, if you are not ready to step out of your cave and get in the sun and start exercising and all the rest of it, self-compassion is super important. Don't let anybody shame you into doing something that you don't want to. Now, could you have some encouragement? Of course. But at the end of the day, you and I both know that there's only so much other people can do for you. This internal locus of control and the self-compassion that you deserve for yourself is going to see you through the whole of your life, because you live in this body and in this mind.
I love that so much. I've never heard that response before. And I just, when you were talking, was just, oh my gosh, we could talk about that for hours.
Yeah, exactly. One podcast just
so many layers there. Okay, we're going to come back again and we're going to talk just about that for an hour, because that is enormous. It's
Yeah, I
so
had to learn that for
huge.
myself, right?
Yeah.
Like everything I'm talking about is what I've had to learn for myself, what I am learning for myself, what I
Mhm.
struggle with, what I need
Yeah.
guidance on, right? I'm my number one patient.